It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful, what is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? What the hell day is it?
You missed yesterday. And I have
on a beautiful Tuesday, because I missed yesterday.
Missing today too.
Yeah, today's a wash for you.
It's a wash. Wash. And you know what? I want to welcome all my friends from all over the country that are watching the show. You're doing a great job because caring is sharing. Our numbers are back up. Facebook, you got problems, baby.
I got a new platform I'm using.
What?
VCAR Global.
That isn't on. Because I don't hear you.
Let's see.
Is that number on? That's
my mic's not
A1.
on.
Oh, you gotta turn the mic on.
Well,
Well, I can see that we did a sound check that didn't work.
how'd that sound check on my mic,
I'm
eh?
talking to them.
How'd that sound
I
check
still
on my
don't hear
mic?
you.
Well, I'm on. A1, Ashley, are we on?
A1. Is it? Turn up the gain a little bit.
Turn me up.
Anyway,
Welcome back, Freddie. Now I hear me.
welcome back, Cod.
Welcome back to you.
I want to thank all of you for sending regards. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, that's little.
My AC busted, and I had to sit there with the guys while they fix it. And yes, Bobby, I was not looking up. I had people upstairs.
Oh no, you were. I got to
looking.
watch the Foursquare. I'm going to now hashtag yesterday's show Foursquare because I got to watch you. I don't often get to watch you because I'm always looking at the camera or I guess. I got to watch you do your thing, look around, smirk, look up, get up, do whatever you're doing, wander around.
First of all, I want to thank our producer Teddy. You were on the board yesterday, right?
Matthew.
Okay, Matthew was? Or
No,
Teddy?
Teddy was.
Teddy was. When I am on a box, once in a while, the whale has to come up to breathe. You can take me off.
Why?
I'm saying to myself, I'm trying to text her. What you saw was me looking for her text.
Why? We were all
Take me
in the
off.
box.
Because once in a while, I want to scratch my nose, I want to pick my nose, I want to do something, but I'm looking at this camera.
And I watched you sit there.
And I'm
like
staring.
this.
I'm like, all right, this ain't too cool.
I was thinking, how do our guests do it when we bring them in from all over the world that
But
we have?
we're about to find out.
And they go like this, and we watch you. But you get to do this every day, and I'm thinking, if you can't do a VMix without being uncomfortable, how do you expect our guests to do it?
No, I did it. But today we have new people on the set.
We have a lot of new people on the set
So
today.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everybody on the spot and then the set. Look at Mr. Tiptoe Through the Tulips
We
over
got our
there.
family back, though.
What is it with you? So you got a friend in studio?
Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and take a look.
Ah,
Take a look. Welcome. Matthew. Hi, Dad. Matthew. Yes, he's in studio. I know.
And your dad's birthday is March 19th. You told me, right? And you didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing.
I did last week.
Did he?
I don't know.
Promise.
But we're now opening Mom's new restaurant. Called Mom's Mac and Cheese.
She
You
makes.
like Colonel Sanders?
mom makes good mac and
Mama Sanders, mac and cheese. Genuine.
Mac and cheese, I'm in.
Mac and cheese and
I
Gen
can't.
G, we're all
I
in.
can't eat that
Why?
because it's a pasta. You know I can't eat that.
Okay, well, I'll have yours.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna volunteer. I'm like, I'll take yours.
Suddenly now he's decided he can't have pasta as opposed to everything else before the show. I'm
First of
just
all-
saying.
first of all, let me-
You're going to hold on the mac and cheese? Really? Really?
Let me give you an update real
Okay.
quick before we get into the show.
Yeah.
My sugar's down to 118.
Congratulations.
Okay, and it's down because I've been using the stuff and eating the right foods.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right, because I'm
Nice
getting
job,
beat
baby.
off of insulin. The next shot over. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. Now remember, it was 2 years ago in a couple of days. I see you, and you ain't leaving home in the whole nine, right?
No.
We did a 360 on this, so I am very proud of that fact.
I'm
But
very proud of you.
the bottom line is, we got new guests on the show.
We
We got
do.
all sorts of new people, and I want to make sure that we give them a warm welcome.
And we have Jen G back with us from VCard Global, the face of VCard Global.
Is that Jen G?
Not only the most beautiful face of VCard Global.
I haven't seen her in such a long
Will
time.
Alan get mad if I say the brains and the face behind VCard Global?
Oh yeah, he's out.
Sorry,
He's
Alan.
screaming now at his television.
Sorry, Alan, but she just is the face of VCard Global.
Alan,
We know that.
You know, we let them think. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
It's all good. We've missed you. You've been traveling and growing and huge
Yeah.
contracts and companies and holy smokes,
Yeah.
what's going on with you?
We, oh my gosh, it's like, you know when you have a product that's amazing and you know it's going to hit and start? So we spent years pushing the rock up the hill. The rock is now rolled down the hill and it's become an avalanche. So we are super proud of everything
Pushing
that we've
the
done.
rock up.
Isn't
the
that,
hill.
you know, as you say, persistence, right?
Yes.
That picture you sent, persistence of pushing the rock up the hill. So many businesses, they're constantly pushing the rock up the hill and they never get that avalanche. They never get that little, even the little hiccup. How do you do it?
You keep pushing the rock. That's really it. And then you get out there and you get your message out. And we're in a different kind of situation because we are the only company in the world that does what we do. So we literally have no competition.
What do you do? Because
So-
these ladies are looking and thinking, what does she do?
Now, hold on. Before you say what you do, let's be careful how we do this because we're changing this whole percent.
That's right.
Right?
So I will tell you what we are. VCard Global is a mobile app that goes on your phone, and it is your personal portal to branding yourself any way you'd like to be branded. So, unlike other ways to brand yourself, whether they be brochures or business cards, that's all paper and untrackable. And you can't add a video, and there's no touch screen to a paper, and you can't translate that into different languages. VCard Global has solved that problem for everyone.
How many languages can you transfer that into?
7.
And it's more than, I don't even want to call it a virtual card, but just for what everyone wants to understand.
No, and it's important.
It
It's
is, but
important.
it isn't, right? And I loved your example, Freddie, about the popcorn.
Yes.
You can take a cup of popcorn, right, and it's creative for you. And you can add a few little seasonings, right? You can add your butter, you can add your salt, and you have your virtual business card. Jen, I must have 100 business cards in my purse. Freddie calls it the purse of death.
Yeah.
Because it is so heavy that it has thrown my shoulder out. He holds it for me and he says, oh my gosh, what is in this? And you take out one card. I took out to pay someone to check the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden there's cards all over
Everywhere.
the floor in the restaurant. And I
Happens
was out
to
for
me all the
dinner. My
time.
dad said, what are all of these? And I said, I need Gen G. And there needs to be a way to put all of these business cards into the VCard platform. That again would save my life. Because you want to be in touch with people, but you don't want to forget their names. Right? Like I'll remember Sylvie Bells, but will I remember Jennifer? Will I remember Amy, but I know
Right.
she's Salt Sweet Del Rey. There's so much organization to do.
Right.
And you have it all.
We've already solved the problem. So in my office in Boca, it's a wreck, right? So I do a lot of networking, and I was in my office yesterday, and I said, I'm going to start organizing the cards. So when I go out to networking events and things like that, if I think you're interested, my little trick is I take your ridiculous paper business card and I fold the edge of it. So then I know. So yesterday I made piles on my desk, still ridiculous with business cards. So I put in the people who are interested. I have a loser pile. That's a fact. And then I have a follow-up
A
pile.
loser pile.
But what I don't
out of
have
the
to
pile.
do is I don't have to make a pile for clients because my clients are all in the palm of my hand and I can refer them at any given time, and I do it all the time. I refer Dawn and Freddie, I refer Steve-O, Chef Z I refer
Yep.
all the time. And so they don't like when I say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. What are you going to do to me, right? So the app is like a mini CRM because I have my app here, and then when I click my contacts, all my contacts come up. And then if I
cool
want to
is
say,
that?
hey, have you ever seen an online magazine dedicated to Wellington? I would go boom, 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 and I would share the card, and I'd say, you should advertise, because they advertise to the equestrian community. You know who's in the equestrian community? Ex-Mayor Bloomberg. You know who's got billions of dollars? Ex-Mayor Bloomberg. So I can go ahead and just refer anyone. And I'm most proud of what we do with charities. Most proud, because we gift cards to charities. And then when somebody buys a premium card off of their card, they get $20 back. So they can stand up in front of people. So we were at the Flying for Hope Gala, and Felicia Rodriguez stood up and she gave out the Flying for Hope card, and anybody who bought off that right there for $69 a year, no brainer, they got the $20.
And that's the cheapest on the market.
This is by far the cheapest on the market.
Which I don't know how you stay in business.
Well, right. People who say it's only a small fee per month, $9.99 a month times 12 months is far more than the $69.95
Yeah.
for the year.
But you know what the amazing thing is about your card? We have a business over here. We got a business over here because you're a business.
Yes.
You have different needs in this business over here. This card gets developed to help the needs of your business as opposed to helping the needs of yours. It's not the same cookie cutter,
No.
right?
Yeah.
That's why you couldn't make it with us on Saturday. I had 800 people I needed to introduce to you, but we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. But everybody has a different cause. Everybody has a different bottom line.
When I looked at the list from Saturday, because they sent me the list to send out all the monies, I thought, oh my gosh, if Jen were only here. The amount that went to
Yeah, but
Delray
we
Youth
have the list
Foundation. I know we have
Now
the
we
list.
have to bring them in, and you're going to be here.
Yeah.
That's the important
We got
thing.
the list.
We'll bring them in. But the bottom line here is that you got to understand, when they say a virtual card, because I'm not allowed to say the letter.
It's a V
A
card
virtual
Global.
card. It isn't just a virtual card. It is a business tool
Yes.
Yeah.
that will help you get connected. It'll help you raise money. It'll help raise awareness. We use it. We put our shows on there.
Our show streams live on it.
Dylan
because
does it. I don't
what's
know where he
happened
does
is
it from.
all
but
these
No, he
plat-
does. He's great at that.
All these
yeah.
platforms have changed your ability. Like, do you see your friends on social media? Some of
Once
them.
in a while, yeah.
You
It's
can't see
really
it anymore. They
yeah.
changed it.
You
Yeah.
can't find the
Everything-
shows. You can't find anything. The platform has changed. So now we can stream our shows on VCAR Global. We can connect with our community on VCAR Global. People know how to find us. They can buy our coffee. They can see our shows. They can book appointments to come on the show. They can become sponsors and clients.
And it hurts you when they can't see what you're doing. If you have a big
Right.
event tomorrow and half your book is gone, if you have a sale tomorrow and half your Facebook announcements are gone, you can't undo that because time is money in our business,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
You can't get it back when the event is over. It's over.
It's over.
But your platform, which is what I want to call it. I don't want to call it a V card. It's a platform.
Right, yeah.
And it's able to be used. I mean, you have government contracts. You have all sorts of stuff coming now because people are beginning to get it.
Yeah. And when we first started, because nobody in the world does what we do, and we're in 32 different countries, we needed to start from a point of reference that people already knew.
Right.
We've moved away from that point of reference now because we are not really a virtual business card. There are other virtual business cards in that space, but they're really what's called a front-end application. And that means they can do what they can do, and that's it. You can't go in and use your hex code colors to change the background. You can't put multiple pages. Basically, what they do is they link your things onto the card. And when you link things onto your card, whether it be something from YouTube or Facebook, you don't control your own content at
That's
that
right.
point.
That's right.
We are a portal that aggregates all your information. And this is really important for a few reasons. One, you don't open up all the browsers on your phone because we are the portal, we're the highway. Two, customer acquisition is huge. That's the whole point of, a personal portal.
That's what it's all about.
That's 100% right. So you could do a contact form and people can tell you who they are, what their business is, and it'll go to whatever email you choose to send it to. We also are so scalable and completely customizable. So everybody who has watched me knows I'm a huge video gamer. Huge. I play World of Warcraft, and I am actually really, really good, by the way. But we made a gamer card, and I was working on Sunday, and I had the television on, and this is why this is important. ABC had on the Overwatch League finals. Overwatch is esports. Esports has now been approved to be a part of high schools, which I'm like, yes.
And you know who esports is?
Yeah.
Who is esports?
He's a famous football commentator.
Well, with the esports, I would say like Blizzard Entertainment. So they're the ones that do Overwatch, Destiny. I don't know if Destiny's still on, but they have all these different games,
They're the
and
top.
they created Overwatch League, and Overwatch is a first-person shooter game, and they take these teams and they do it just like they would a regular sports team. They have drafts for them, they have contracts for them, these kids get endorsement deals, and now it's on ABC. And I'm upstairs and I'm working and I'm like, Mike, come up here, you'll never guess what's on television. He's like, all right, what? And I said, ABC has the Overwatch League on, prime time, on a Saturday and Sunday, because they did the whole thing. And I said, I'm calling them tomorrow. They have to see my gamer card. My gamer card
But
is
that's
good.
the She Grows business, right? You just go big. You have these ideas and you call them. And most people say, no, can't do it.
Oh, no.
Why would anyone answer
calling
the phone?
Blizzard?
I'm gonna tell
I was
you,
going to call Blizzard. Why not?
we have a whole bunch of people on my watch party. Right
Yes.
now they're on the watch party because they won't let me share the groups today. Facebook decided no grouping today, I guess. Okay. So there's no groups, there's only watch party. If you're watching today's show, and you should be because I can see you're watching, call 888-9944-995 and get into the game. You know, it's really amazing, one thing. We had a mic set up for any business in Boca or Delray or Jupiter, anywhere in Florida to come down and sit at this mic and talk about your business. Okay? For free.
Right. Amazing.
At BZT.
At BZT. Do you know how many people came? In a year.
One.
One. So if you have a special going on in Delray and nobody hears it, what difference does it make? Does it? It makes you feel good because you say, listen, I tried, but it doesn't help the business, right?
Well, can I do one better to
Do
help
one
the
better.
business? All right. So everybody in TV land, go to your text function on your phone. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Do
it.
it.
Go ahead,
Okay,
go
let's do
ahead.
it. Text.
I'm gonna do it.
To go to your text function. And I always say this is a magic trick, nothing up
Chris
my
has
sleeves.
done it also far
'cause
today. She's
I-
yet to say no.
I don't have sleeves. So
I'm saying yes to everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
you're going to create a new text. Okay, so you go and create a new text. And the number at the very top where it says 2, you're going to put this number 80800.
80800.
80800.
Go get it.
That's all you're going to
What's the matter
put.
with you?
And this is how easy this goes. You ready?
Hold on a second. We got to
Ah.
wait for Mrs. Margaret. Hey, Margaret.
That's my mother's name. Don't call me that.
How'd you know that?
So again, the number is 80800, and in the message, all you're going to put
Okay, what
is cafe, C-A-F-E,
You got that, Margaret?
cafe, C-A-F-E,
And then
and
send?
press send.
Press send.
And press send.
And now
what
you
you
get
get.
the Brooklyn Cafe card.
You're
And
gonna
you
get all
can
of our
call Freddie through the card. You can text
Yes,
Freddie
call
through the
Freddie.
card. Is that not the coolest
Very
thing?
cool.
Now, I tell you what, because you've done that, now you have a media platform to come back and talk about anything you want to talk about whenever you want. Just let us know you're coming.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, it's really simple. So go on your phone, all you guys that are watching the show, and do it.
It's
This
so
is a great
easy.
business. Of course.
It's so
And if
easy.
you're a millennial going to school, right, and you want to hang out to get somebody's attention, think about it. Think about this. Oh, you want to know who I am?
We actually want all of our producers to have their own cafe card,
Yeah.
right? So when people ask you for your card and you reach in your pocket and you're like me and 10,000 cards come out,
Yeah.
you say, oh, wait, let me just send you my card. You hit
Right.
share. So you'll have the cafe card for Dolly and you'll have the cafe card for Matthew. Someone got upset that I called him Dolly yesterday, but truly that's what he told us to call him.
I told him
I
to call,
love that.
I told him to call Lama.
I've got
Dolly Lama.
3 of these
I
in my
I got
purse.
10,000 of these. You
It's-
want to bring me the bag?
Jen, it's ridiculous.
My loser pile is like insane.
Wait, do you ever think like the loser pile, you might need someone from it?
No,
So you
no,
save
that's why
it.
they're in the loser pile. These are people that are like, I don't care enough about my business to grow my platform.
Well, there's a lot of people like that. And
That's why
that's the
the
thing that
pile
I don't
is big.
understand is, there are people that'll spend $5,000 on a self-development weekend, right?
Right.
They go, they pay all these big names, $3,000, $5,000, but they won't invest a couple $100 or $69 in their own business. I don't understand.
Because there's no ROI. I love the words ROI.
What ROI is it when you're giving someone else $5,000 and they're taking it, they're going to motivate you for a few hours, and then you go home and what? You still have your bills
Deep
to
depression.
I'll tell you what I've learned in.
Keep that microphone in front of you.
I'll tell you what I've learned. Follow up. People don't follow up. So people go to all these networking events, right? They hand their cards out like, you know, their popcorn, right? But then they never call back. And I literally have gone to networking events and have said to people, I'm very interested in your product. It's something I would like to use. They get the little click on their paper business card. I call them back and they don't call me back.
True.
I want to buy something from you. Isn't that why we were there at the networking event?
That's right.
It wasn't the free glass of wine
No.
because,
Yeah, you can get anywhere.
Right. But they don't follow up.
Right.
What we've done is we've also programmed something to solve that. We have a reminder system. So you'll see, you can set who you want to follow up with. So I set a week, 2 weeks, and if somebody tells me I don't need your product, I follow up with them in 2 days. And then 2 days later, and then 2 days later, and then 2 days later, and then before you know it,
That's
they're
why
like,
you're
I need
successful,
your
because you're
product.
persistent. But this is my new card. This is what I give people now.
I like
blank.
it.
That's nice,
It's
Freddie.
blank.
It's blank.
This is what I tell them. I says, my card is blank. Okay? And so you want to bring me over?
Teddy?
Teddy? You want to bring me over to my card? There you go. This is my card. My card is blank. I know. I'm pretty sure you are. And this is my card. You know why? Because my card here is useless. I mean, I got cards in here. I'm never going to call these. I get 20,000 cards in the
I know
other
we
room.
do.
You're not going to call all these people. And then you remember, in the middle of the night, you go, you know, I wanted to call that. And that was the end of that.
Well, luckily, other than you, Genji's the only person I know that's up at midnight working. So we get all our contacts done at midnight, right? I send out emails, I send out messages, I'm talking to Jen. No one else in the world is up but she and I.
Well, I want to talk to the businesses. We have over here somebody. Her name is not Margaret.
Her name is Amy.
It's Amy. Amy is the owner of. Where's your microphone?
The Salt Suite in Delray Beach and
Okay.
European Wax Center in Delray
Now, the
Beach.
Salt Suite in Delray Beach is a somebody, right? Because Salt Suites across Florida.
And
are
European
somebody.
Wax Center, everyone knows that. Well, you
Yeah.
don't, but women
Well,
do.
European Wax Center, what makes us special about the wax is we have a patent on our wax. It does not stick to the skin. It actually takes the hair from the follicle. So instead of the rip, you get just a slight pull, which is why most men come to European Wax Center. My location's in Delray Beach.
Want to try this, Amy? You want?
If I brought some wax with me.
No, don't. I'm going to
Oh
tell
yeah,
you.
your arms are really good for us. Come on in,
USC
baby.
Corral.
I would scare. I
What'd you
would,
say? Kelly Clarkson.
I would scare me. I would scare me. Now, you have how long? Now, you just bought this business, right?
I just opened, it'll be 4 years in July, but European Wax Center has been around for about 12 years now. We have 830 locations across the country.
And what did you do before you owned it?
I was in the restaurant business for
Which
many
restaurant?
years. No, I didn't own. I managed and
Which
directed
one?
things
You
like
remember
that.
the name?
Well, there's many names. Which one would you like?
I want the last one you worked. The last one you worked at.
I actually oversaw, it was a regional for Burger King. I oversaw 40 Burger Kings
Oh,
for
really?
a corporation, yeah.
Okay, so what made you buy a business?
Being in the restaurant business.
The health aspects of Burger King.
But you're not eating wax,
I
and
was
you're
in the
not eating
high-end
sauce.
hotels before that, but in the
Okay.
restaurant business, you get burnt out, and
Okay.
you basically have no life. And I come from a family of business owners, and it was kind of like, let's grow up and let's get going. So, fortunately, an acquaintance of mine knew the owner of European Wax Center, which was how I met the owners of the Salt Suite,
Right.
who are now franchising, which is why I bought the Salt Suite just recently in Delray. I bought their original store.
Now, has it been an adventure? Has it been
It's
a challenge?
been wonderful.
It's been wonderful, okay.
It is a challenge, but it's a great challenge because it is mine, and I'm not. My people are what make me better, and I oversee the managers, and then they oversee the employees, and it works well that way. Which in the restaurant business, you kind of have your hands in everything. But you know what's great about this is now I bought the Salt Suite, which is a growing. It's a health concept. It's all natural. I'll get into it when you want me to, but it is a growing business because a lot of people don't know about salt therapy. Whereas European Wax Center, a lot of people know about European Wax Centers. They just don't realize we have a patent on our wax. So the Salt Suite is even a bigger challenge for me to grow it.
So you want to educate people about salt
Salt
therapy?
therapy.
The dry
So
salt therapy.
True? Is that
we are
fair?
actually franchising now, but our salt separates us from any other salt cave or whatever else is out there. Salt therapy they've been doing in Europe since the 70s. Our salt is a natural dry salt, 100% natural dry, which is basically pharmaceutical grade. So it's automatically antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. We have salt rooms. We also have a kids room. Our walls and our floors are all salt. You go into the salt room, you lay back in a leather recliner. We give you a blanket. We lower the lights, and we have actual generators.
And you use this, right?
We have actual generators outside of the room that actually pump the natural dry particles of the salt into the air. So you're directly breathing in the salt.
Okay, so hold it right there. Because I want to talk about... No commercial break. Hold on a second. We'll do that in a second.
Okay.
Because I want... Okay, we'll leave it after this. You just gave us an education as to salt therapy. Fair enough, yes? First time I've done the first because we had other people who've done this. The first time the way you presented it. How many people do you reach giving people that information on a daily basis?
To just talk about it?
To share your message.
To share that
I
message?
share my message as much as possible between both businesses, but the only way to really share the message is to get them in the salt room.
Okay, but how many people do you think on the average daily do you give that particular message you just gave?
10
a day. Okay, hold it right there. Okay, and this is where you come in, because we have access to 60 to 100,000 people per day, all over, radio, television, the whole nine, right? So this is why I think your platform is so important, because the message is on there. So you want message of the day? Boom. If we link up with you and you're talking to our people, all of a sudden your message doesn't go from 10 a day. You may go to 20,000 a day.
I'm in.
Well, and here's another great thing, and I know commercial break, but here's another great thing is, so with you guys, I follow your card. And when you go live, I get a notification in my notification section at the top of my phone that you've gone live. I go to your card, I click on it, and I watch you. So I almost typically watch the show through the card, because I was telling Dawn, I tried to find the show yesterday, and I couldn't find it on Facebook.
And that's what's happening right now.
So I think
I'm
what we
having a
need
hard time on
to
Facebook
do
too.
now, every time we post to social media, every day when I do my post, you're going to get really annoyed with me, but you know what? As Comcast says, it takes 7 times for people to see something before they act on it.
Absolutely.
How many times you see a commercial, you have no idea the product, right? And
Yeah.
you go, oh, wait, is that what that was for? I'm clueless. I'm going to have to post a picture of the V-Card. Check out our V-Card, download your free V-Card copy of the cafe, and watch our shows over and over and over again.
Who are
At
these
least
people?
the next week, I need to do that 7 times.
Download the V card 80800 Cafe, and I'll talk to you.
Let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Sylvie Bells. It's an NICU foundation. We've got Krista joining us from Wellington. She's been on before, Around Wellington magazine.
Around.
It's
She
an
doesn't-
online
she
magazine.
doesn't go to Wellington.
She's around Wellington. She is Wellington.
She is.
She is the voice
is
of
the voice
Wellington.
Wellington.
Get out of my head. More from Salt Sweet Delray, and of course, the lovely Jen Gutschmidt from VCAR Global. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a new business opportunity with residual income from the convenience of your own home? Are you looking to help people and yourself take control of your health, lose weight, and feel great at the same time? It's time to drink and drop the pounds with Cafe Canna. No need to keep inventory or sit in an office. With 2 simple sachets a day, you'll receive your daily dose of coffee, CBD, and an appetite suppressant. Contact Bev today at 954-612-1271 or visit their website hempshopstore.com. Drink and drop the pounds to a new business and healthier you.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore.
PureWave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with PureWave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777.
And I got a gift for me. Thank you for moving that light. You know, I had to go between, wow, the lighting looks really good here, or man, I can't see every time I look up. I went for I got spots coming out of my left eye, Freddie. Got a lot going on here.
You got a lot going on here. Okay, so that was what we were talking about, and here, you got to put these in there.
Come in, mix them up.
Because we gotta give out hearts. But now you understand a little bit about what we are about, because everybody on here today, except for Genji, is new. And we like to tell people that you can actually grow your business correctly. Mm-hmm. Now, you and I were talking about ROI. You know, sometimes I've had people over the years, I've been doing this close to 20 years, and they have a product that doesn't move.
Right.
So they come to me and I say, get a new product. Mm-hmm. Change your career. Do something else, because that's been created and nobody's buying because you go to Walmart and get it for half the price.
You know what the other thing I find with ROI specifically, and it's across the board. People are like, well, I was on the Brooklyn Cafe once. Who cares? Once. Repetition, one time.
It's repetition.
Or, you know, I sent I got your V card and I sent it to somebody. Who? Like, once. So it's, these are great platforms that you reach people that you would never reach.
It's funny you say that, because Paul Vadiato, our Thursday Cruise Optics Vacation Planner, he's been a sponsor with us almost a year, right? A year now. And I've got people from Texas who I have maybe met once in my life. I called Paul to book my 30th wedding anniversary. Someone else saw us on remote. I called Paul, but he comes every week, over and over again. But now they're booking huge vacations with him because it's the repetition, right? We have fun, we play games, Paul eats with us when we go on remote.
Paul's the best.
And it's not always just about sitting and talking, it's about just being present, showing up, and you're right, it's the constant repetition over and over again.
Steve-O comes here, that's the 888 number, 994-4995, it's the Steve-O hotline. He does appointments here. He'll get up and go over there, but he's actually booking appointments because people know Steve-O. And he's on here constantly. So you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
It isn't a one and out.
And the V-Card's a great platform, right? I mean, you look at social media and look, Facebook, they can control anything. They can control who you see, what they keep up, what they take down, and we're at their mercy. With V-Card Global, you have a whole other platform to do that. You can market your business. You can share it out to everyone. New codes are coming soon. It's not just for the little mom and pops. It's not just for the startups. It's for huge corporations. I mean, you're working with TV shows. You're working with government contracts. You're working with sports and television, and it's so enormous. I just want people to realize the platform can be for your corporate. It can be for a law firm. It can be for anything that you can possibly imagine.
That's right.
And it gets built and branded just for your company. You even said you're working with MLMs now.
Yeah, we're working with MLMs because a big issue with MLMs is compliance issues. So if you're an MLM and let's say you have a product, whatever you put out has to be compliant with the message of the company. So what we do is we go in the back office of the MLM, we have a card that's already built, it's already gone through your compliance office, because you want to build your MLM. And there's some great MLMs out there. You don't want to learn how to market yourself. You want to already have a marketing tool that works for you, and there's no guesswork.
I even think for college kids, right? When you're doing job interviews and you're looking for those summer internships and you're looking for something that makes you stand out, and you can download the free V card. We haven't even talked about that. So you don't
Get
even
your
have to
free
do the
card.
$69 a year. You can download a free V card. So for college kids and interns and all the things you're doing, you can have multiple ones. So like Dolly, you're working with us for the cafe. You can have your free V card for the cafe. You can have your free V card for your own production company. Hector can have one for us and one for HPR. You can have multiple free V cards, and you know what? It costs you nothing because it's free. It's like going to the library.
Yeah.
Just download it, but you know what? It's what's going to make you stand out to somebody else as to why they should hire you for the summer. Why they're going to look at your resume because you have it. I bet you could upload a resume on it.
You can upload anything you want on
Anything
it.
you want.
Anything.
It's a blank screen.
That's what I'm saying. It's like some of the other like virtual cards are just cards, right? So you really can't do much with them. You can do what they tell you you can do. You could do anything. You name it, we can upload it to the card. You can e-commerce. We run through the card. We have people who have gotten off their website entirely because we are a website. So if you were to put in www.jenng.vcardinfo.com into your browser, my entire usable V card comes up. Not different companies and who I am and what, the entire card comes up, and you can buy through it. And so we do this with Sparkle of Life jewelry. People buy jewelry right through her card. I do this with Just Ask Jude. I buy her supplements, and I don't.
She laughs every
told me
time
about
you buy her
Yes.
supplements. She's
I
like-
buy it right through the card.
She's
I don't
like,
even
"Tell
go to
Jen
the
to
website.
Stop buying through the card. I'm going to give her a deal." She goes, "No, I don't want a deal. I'm buying
No,
right
just
through the
buying
card."
through the card. Yeah, I buy right through the card, and I take my boom. I go to Judy Gary's card. I go, oh, I need this. I need this. I need this. Boom. Same with Renata Wozniak for Modere, my liquid collagens. Boom, go through it. I'm like, I need this. I need this, and I buy right through
And
the
the
card.
analytics go with when you purchase
And
that
so
way
then-
as well. So that's the whole difference.
Yeah.
All right. So who else do we have?
And I was going to say, if we're talking about foundations, right?
Yes.
We work with a lot with charities and foundations. So it's not only that you're working with your business and e-commerce, you want to bring clients in, but you want to share your message as well. And we have Jennifer and Krista from around Wellington, and Sylvie Bells
Sylvie
is
Bells,
with
that's
us.
right.
And tell us about Sylvie Bells.
Sylvie Bells is a NICU charity, and we give care packages to families in the NICU. We started doing it during the holiday season, and then we've actually expanded now, and there's a device we include in our care packages called an Owlet monitor. It's a pulse oximetry monitor. And now we're shipping them around the country. We've sent some to Canada. Any NICU mom or dad who's bringing their baby home and wants to be able to see their pulse, their oxygen, and make sure baby is healthy and sleeping sound and hasn't passed, to keep track of their vitals, we're now shipping those out to people across the country, across the world.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused. You're shipping it out. This was not available before you started doing it?
It's available. It costs $300.
Wow.
And so a lot of these families can't afford it. We have an application on our website. If you have proof of infant CPR certification, proof of your NICU stay, and it's for underprivileged families, we'll send you this monitor so you can keep track of your baby.
Tell us how Sylvie Bells came to be.
Well, Sylvie was born December 14th, 2015. She wasn't born early. She was born sick. She had the cord wrapped around her neck, and she had meconium aspiration, which led to persistent pulmonary hypertension of the newborn, which is a really long-winded way to say the oxygen and the blood wasn't going from her lungs to her heart and back again, the way it should in a healthy baby. She had about a 10% chance of survival, and she was in the NICU for 49 days.
Now, and here's the scary thing, right? She was
Sure, yeah.
full term. You had no idea,
Healthy
right?
pregnancy,
Nothing.
no idea.
Labor or a C-section?
Labor, completely
Still nothing,
normal,
right?
And first time mom didn't know what
Full
to
term,
expect.
normal?
Full term, yep. Actually, 41 weeks. She baked
That's-
an extra week.
Now, I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
When
Thank
you
you.
were giving birth to the baby, the heart monitor they put inside you
Mm-hmm.
tells the heart, it sort of slows down when you have a
Contractions.
contraction. This happened to Freddie. So I said to the doctors, I said, okay, let's cut it open then, because obviously they couldn't twist the baby, which is what they tried to do, get the umbilical
He was
cord.
breached, though, the baby, right? Rowan?
No, this was Freddie, the doctor that went in and he turned the baby and the umbilical unwrapped somehow. And Freddie was
Wow.
born. Asian. Well, I don't know what he was. He wasn't, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he turned the baby and he got Freddie. Freddie still has the marks on his face. On the forceps.
Wow.
And they pull him out. I didn't see Freddie for 8 hours. I don't know what happened. They took him. He had more hair than you. He was like this. And they were worried that there wasn't enough oxygen. But I never heard anything about monitors. They wanted to keep him overnight. This nurse came and says, take this child home.
So she was born and she had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. And they had, right, you don't know anything. Here's the thing that's remarkable, right? We all have stories, and that's the incredible thing. The three of us sit here and we have stories of our kids being in the NICU, which you think is so rare. Now our kids are grown, 27, 25. Your daughter's only 3.
Right.
You know, so the technology is there, different than it was 27 years ago, right? Maybe they didn't have it then when we had our kids. But it's there, and they knew, and they didn't know.
Well, I had on the belly band, you know, that monitors the heart rate, and the nurses kept coming in and telling me to roll over to this side. Her heartbeat's getting weak. Roll over to this side. So I'm doing that for hours, and I didn't know if that was normal, not normal. In retrospect, they probably should have opened me up and just taken her out. But it was the cord around her neck, but also the meconium aspiration. Her lungs were completely black, just filled with like a tar. Meconium is
the stool.
It's baby poop, fetal poop. So her lungs were just. The umbilical cord was actually completely black. So if a baby has it for a couple of hours, it can be fatal. They think she had it for maybe 24 to 48 hours.
Really?
She had it for a couple of days.
How is your daughter now?
She's great now.
She's
great now.
Here she is.
Look at her.
This is Sylvie around Christmas time, and this is her when she was about a month old.
Aww.
So that's baby's first Christmas. I had it hanging in the hospital.
And everything's good?
She's great. She is a healthy, typical, bouncy, hilarious 3-year-old now.
You know, it's my son, my Giovanni, my second son, is about to enter this. I think she's due any minute. Today, tomorrow. I may have to get a phone call now and I gotta go. And it scares me because I went through this with Freddie. Giovanni the second one was easy.
Right.
And when kids come out, you become helpless. I mean, God, I'm glad I'm not the woman laying there because that's even more fearful because you have to listen to what they tell you to do. As a dad standing there.
Yeah, but look, Rowan was in ICU. He was born. He was in ICU for about a week.
Yes.
They kept him in the hospital. He was full term, healthy, big baby, everything.
But he's not big.
Now
he's a little lightweight, but he is tall. Yes, he's way above. And you go through all these things, and you go through the fear, and you go through. But that would just drive me bonkers. I mean, that's not simple. That's a big thing. The umbilical cord is one thing, but the other stuff is like super dangerous.
It was moment to moment. You know, at one point, I mentioned something to one of our neonatologists about the preemies, and they're so tiny and they're fragile, and I'll never forget her saying, "We know what to do when they're born early. We don't know what to do for Sylvie. This is moment to moment. You know, we're gonna try this, we're gonna try that." She's on a high flow ventilator. She was paralyzed her first month. They tried to recreate the womb. She had blinders on. She had headphones on. I couldn't touch her for the first 3.5 weeks.
Well, what was that like for you? Because we've even talked about, we had Nicole from the Center for Autism talk about what it's like when you can't bond with your newborn, what that does to you emotionally.
It was so scary because everything you read in the books is, you know, from the moment they're born, put them on your chest, skin to skin. That's the only way you're going to bond is through breastfeeding. And here's my child completely intubated, paralyzed, comatose, you know, in an induced coma, on high drip of fentanyl to keep her down.
Wow.
And I'm just running through all these pages of all the books that I read about she's not going to love me, I'm not going to bond with her. And I will say that the first time I held her, she was terrified because the only time she was ever held or touched was for painful things, for blood transfusions, changing out tubes, suctioning. So she associated being held with pain.
Wow.
So it took a lot of holding and a lot of cuddling to reverse that.
And how did Sylvie Bells come to be?
Well, I did a lot of praying to the universe, the gods, whoever would listen. If Sylvie makes it, I'm going to do something to give back and change the world, change things for NICU families. And I didn't know what when we were in the thick of it. And when she was about 9 months old, we had been home for 7 months. It was NICU Awareness Month. and I had never heard of that. And this little voice tapped me on the shoulder and said, you made a promise, you need to give back. And so I thought, I'm going to give care packages to these families because we were there for the holidays and it was horrible. It sucked. And I thought, I want to make it better for these families that don't have anything. And so I started a little GoFundMe page. In 3 months, we raised $3,000.
Wow.
Then that turned into $10,000. And then I thought, this is a real thing. I need to call my accountant and become a 501c3 nonprofit and, you know, and turn this around. And so I started doing it full time, and it's really grown legs. We went from 1 hospital in 2016 to 3 hospitals in 2017. Last year we were in 5 hospitals.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And how can people get more information?
SylvieBells.com.
And Krista, you work with Sylvie Bells as well?
I'm the secretary, so I do most of the work. No, I'm just kidding. But what she might not have said that I think is remarkable about Sylvie Bells is that they deliver these care packages to the parents that are stuck in the NICU, which is like a war zone. I mean, you have like traumatic memories from it. And the care packages that they deliver have those outlets that she talked about, but they have all kinds of other nice things for the families, like cards to Subway, cards to Starbucks, things that are in the hospital that you can, you know, what's that nubby?
I brought one. You want to see?
Let's see what you have in it. So you, from the proceeds, you were able to now go fund some of these bags.
Yeah, so this is the care package. All the items inside value about $500.
That's a big care package, by
Yeah.
the way. I'm thinking a little. I'm thinking a little envelope of cards. No,
It's one of our nurses said it's a NICU survival kit. So we do a swaddle blanket, a scent bonding blanket. It's just about the size of a washcloth, but mom sleeps with it for a night. It gets her scent. Put it in baby's crib or isolate, and babies have such a great sense of smell, so much better than us, that it's shown to stabilize babies when they can smell their mom. This is the outlet that I talked about, and it measures heart rate and pulse right on your phone through an app.
Oh my goodness.
It is amazing. Our outlet alarmed when Sylvie was about 4 months old, and her oxygen had plummeted into the 70s. And I scooped her up and gave her some back blows and got her back on track. But if that wouldn't have alarmed,
you wouldn't know.
She probably wouldn't be here. And we have, this is new this year, this little guy. So the tentacles mimic the umbilical cord. And babies with their tiny fidgety hands always pull out their tubes and their lines and their cords and everything. And so it gives babies something to play with and something to hold on to.
People making those for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
We actually, there's a company out of Australia called Octopreme, and we connected through Instagram. They're doing a special right now for us where they're going to donate a certain amount, and then if people buy them online for $20, they're going to send them over from Australia. So there's a company that makes them, but this one's handmade.
That's incredible.
It's
like the amount of research that went into this is so impressive, right?
This octopus and that the tentacles mirror the umbilical cord fascinates me because that's what the baby knows, right? This is all they know is the umbilical cord in the womb.
It's comforting. We tell mom to sleep with that too, so that she has her scent.
Now, is your daughter having any breathing problems?
No, she doesn't have any.
She's clear.
She has a hole in her heart still, an atrial septal defect. That'll never close. She'll always have that. It doesn't affect her day to day. Our pediatric cardiologist says if she ever does high impact sports, bring her in when she's older, and we'll make sure she's okay. But yeah, no long lasting effects.
You know, and then you look at technology, and Jen, everything we talked about with VCAR Global and the app and technology that it's being used. Again, we're so old school, right? We all had baby monitors, and you heard it or you didn't. It comes through your phone now.
It comes through your phone, and you look at a regular baby monitor, and baby looks like they're sleeping. But what if they're not sleeping? NICU babies have a 3 times greater risk of passing from SIDS. And I'm friends with a lot of SIDS moms, and if only they would have had this.
And what's the recommendation now as far as sleeping with things in the crib? And I had just seen something on social media about taking, and we all know you take out the bumpers, you take out the blankets, as cute as they are.
Nothing in the crib.
Nothing, right? Sleeping on their back.
Back to sleep.
You take out the bumper?
No bumpers, no nothing.
Bumpers, no stuff.
Because they can get their noses stuck under it. and stop breathing.
Yeah,
Nothing in the crib. You lay on their back, no blanket, unless they're swaddled, right?
You
Nothing.
heard of this too? I have never heard of it.
But remember,
Everything out.
I could say, like, when my son was born, they stole these blocks because you were supposed to have your child sleep on their side, and then you were supposed to sleep between
Well,
this,
they had
like,
no-
Yeah, for a
cushion.
while it was the
Yeah.
side.
So now you don't have that.
No, it's everything out of the crib. Just put them in a sleep sack or footy jammies to keep them warm. But babies have a higher body temperature than we do, so that's another thing. They say keep a fan on, don't overdress them. You know, a lot of babies die, and it's said that it's SIDS, but they got too hot or they suffocated. So this prevents all of that.
It's funny, our
amazing.
pediatrician used to say, if you're cold, the baby's cold. If you're warm, the baby's warm.
Right.
If it's 100 degrees in Dallas, why is the baby in footy pajamas?
Right.
Because
exactly.
you wouldn't be in, your baby, you got to figure your baby's a human, right? The same temperature, if not warmer, right, than you
Right,
are. So just
exactly.
think like common sense. They don't need extra. They don't need the blankets. And of course it leads to SIDS and God forbid, the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But the bottom line here, when I didn't get to hold Freddie at the beginning, when I came back the next day, Michelle had him, but we didn't know where he was. That night, I took Freddie. He slept on my chest for 3 days because Michelle got engorged and this whole episode happened. My father helped me with that. But he slept on my chest because I did not get to hold him. And I was scared to death. I got to tell you, there is nothing in place for parents that have to sit and wait until the baby, until it clears up. And what happens to you mentally as a parent? Something I tell my 2 boys, you guys are having your kids. Freddie had his, and he had to sit in that waiting room until something in the room where Valerie was, until they gave him the clear head. And I tell Gio, there is nothing in place that will take away the terror. You want to take your kid home, you don't want nobody to hold him. Oh, the family wants to go, give me 10 minutes, give me 5 days. Because you just want to hold on to them and say, boy, what I just went through, you ain't never going to believe. And that's what happens. I applaud the fact. I think that your program should have people contributing. You should have a suitcase of things for kids. Seriously.
The research that has gone into all of this, like
Yeah.
Jen said, is remarkable. I mean, that octopus, the monitor we know, the
Yeah.
scent swaddler, that's amazing. What else is in this bag?
Okay, so we have the Wubbanub pacifier. I don't know if you guys have seen these.
That's what it's called.
A
Wubbanub.
Wubbanub. And
You want one?
Yes?
Let's soak it in your CBD.
I was just going to say that.
so
In the vodka?
So Sylvie was paralyzed for so long, and she was laying like this, that when they did wake her up, and she went through the withdrawals, but when she did kind of come back to life, she was like this. She didn't lay fetal position the way a typical baby would. We got her this pacifier, and she loved the way it felt, and so she would cuddle it. So not only did it teach her how to use her mouth, but it gave her something to hold on to, and it brought her arms in midline. So we thought, okay, this is going in every care package, the Wubbanub. And then a mom, a fellow NICU mom, reached out to me on Instagram. She happens to live in Palm Beach Gardens. She makes this device called the Keepsy. It fits on top of a
Wubbanub.
passy.
Wow.
And it fits all different kinds of passies, and so it's great for the NICU because if anything falls on the floor or touches the chair, you either sterilize it or you throw it away. So this has been a game changer. And then
What do you call the pacifier?
a Wubbanub.
A Wubbanub.
And what do you call
Wubbanub.
what do you call the white that piece?
So this is the Keepsy.
Do you want to handle it, Freddie?
No, I am learning so much.
the
I
Keepsy.
have
The Keepsy.
I have Latin names for
And
these
I'm watching
things.
Jen
None of them
Brain
are
work on
like
that
yours.
Keepsy.
I'm thinking to myself, I am not equipped to
The
have a
Keepsy is
child in this
amazing.
day and age. Now I'm thinking that these 2 kids are like good.
Lucky they're alive, right?
But you remember how like grubby the pacifier gets when you throw it in your purse, and it gets so gross. So I mean,
Yeah.
like after
It's
the
good
NICU,
for anyone.
it's good for like
I
any
had
mom.
20 pacifiers.
I think we need to bring the lady from the Nubby Wubbies, whatever that case is, on the show and
But
promote
didn't
it.
we have
Yeah.
somebody who was helping the primos in the hospitals,
The Primos. The Preemies?
preemies, with the music and
The
stuff?
primos.
Yes.
I call them primos.
Yes.
Didn't we have somebody that did that?
Probably.
Not probably.
Sylvie had music therapy.
Yes, music
Music
therapy.
therapy for-
Yeah, Bree.
Bree does it, but there was a company that was here. We should get them together. I think that'd be kind
There's
of
a lot to do. How can people find you in Sylvie Bells?
SylvieBells.com. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We have our .com. We're everywhere.
And Jen, you're staying with us, but for V-Card, how can they get your V-Card?
Oh, so create a new text. The number is 80800, and the message is JENNG, and press send.
That's it.
That's it.
And Miss Amy, Salt Sweet Delray Beach and European Wax Center, how do they find you?
So we
Talk
have,
into the microphone.
sorry, we have websites. I'm not used to microphones. So ours is the Salt Sweet.
D, T-H-E?
D,
Or
T-H-E.
the, D-N.
The Salt Sweet, and Sweet is SUITE.com.
And where's it located?
It is at 3100 South Federal Highway, right next to Orange Theory in the Latitude Shopping Center, Federal Highway.
Is that, what city is that, Delray?
Delray
That's right down the
Beach.
street, isn't it?
And just so you know, because I didn't say it earlier, salt therapy is for many conditions, along
Children.
with just children especially, but asthma, allergies, sinusitis, COPD, cystic fibrosis, and stress and relaxation and cold and flu prevention. So
I can
there's
tell you,
many.
it's some of the best resting I get when I go on Sundays.
Absolutely.
It's true. It's 145 minutes in my day that almost shut down. I shut down for about 35. I do my work and then I go to sleep. But it's true. And
I
it's
thought they didn't
remarkable.
allow cell phones in the Salt Sweet.
They do.
They do?
You just
Or
can't
they-
have the volume on. You can't talk, but you can read,
I'll
do your
teach you.
social
You need
media.
to come in,
Now,
Freddie.
you have a separate room for the kids?
We do, and
That's
it
where I wanna
has
go.
toys, and you can, as long as there's no kids in there. No, I'm kidding. So there's toys in there, and they literally play in the sand.
I
and
know,
we
but
also have a
anyway,
big screen
children
TV.
are. That's why I gotta go in.
Stay tuned for 1 o'clock hour. We've got.
Now
who we
where
have,
we're
Jen?
going.
So we have Mike from Capstone. He's going to teach you how to make sure that your internet is safe, safe, safe. And I watched Mike do a presentation at a tech thing we were at, and I was like, oh, I need to talk to him more, because in this day and age, man, the dark web is real. So
Today
you
we've
gotta
got
be
two
protected.
Jennifers on our 12 o'clock hour, and then our 1 o'clock we got two Michelles. We got Fem City back in the house for Women Wednesday. Just say Michelle, Freddie. It's going to be a whole lot easier to remember anything else. Branding, Fem City, Mommy. You may want to stay for the next one. We're talking with mom bloggers too. Stay tuned, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, and we will be right back.
Six 2510. Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're
The information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley radio show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its affiliates, its management, or advertisers. The Del Walmsley show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.
This is
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
It takes a whole lot more effort to get something started in your life than it does to keep it moving.
Del Walmsley has moved thousands of radio listeners closer to a great life. The Del Walmsley Show is now on in South Florida on Talk 1470, Monday at 5, Tuesday through Friday at noon. Listen and move towards your great life today.
Gallbladder problems, gingivitis, a bad back, indigestion, fatigue, low libido, not sleeping well, need to lose weight. Just some of the topics you'll hear about. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Join me Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is write it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to part 2, which follows part 1. If you hit rewind, watch part 1, nothing's going to happen.
You may not be able to watch it, so just watch it live. Facebook is all messed up with their watch party.
My phone over there because I'm just done with it.
You done with it?
No, threw it over there.
How you doing, Freddie? Welcome back.
Where did I go?
You were in the Foursquare hole yesterday.
What? Oh, yes, I had an air conditioning malfunction.
Ever watch our show without sound? If you ever watch, look. Head, face, wand. Watch our show one day without sound. You might like it better, actually, but I'm just saying it's really funny to watch because my hands are all over the place. You got to say, what are they even talking about?
Listen, all I got to tell you is this.
What?
If you're watching today's show, remember caring and sharing, share it out. Tell your friends about it. You can call in 888-565-1470 and join the conversation. Don't say I didn't invite you.
Say hi to Joe.
Say hi to Joe. And the bottom line here is, I'm talking to the ladies about Salt Sweet. I must be the only person in Delray that hasn't gone.
Pretty much. You know, we worked with another Salt Sweet for, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that was freaking south
6
of me.
months. You never went to that one
This
either.
is right down the street.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with you.
And they all go to the kids' room, which is where I's going.
It's true.
The
right?
kids' room is amazing. The kids' room is fantastic. You talk. I mean, we.
You hang out in the kids' room? Your kids don't even go.
My kids, but you look at these kids, and I remember my son was always reactive airway disease. He was always on antibiotics. He was always on a nebulizer. He always had ear infections. All these things that your kids have. Do not go to Salt Sweet when your kid is chronically contagious or sick. However, you can go as preventative. So I have to give this big disclaimer.
I was going to say, nice disclaimer.
You know, do not, like those ball pits when our kids were little. You know, oh my God, talk about germ city. What we did was, I don't know how they're still alive.
I used to hang out in those things.
Oh.
Listen,
those Burger King ball pits.
And if you are a teacher, you know what we should do? We should call the teachers that were here. You did that show with all teachers.
Yes, we
If
did
you are
2
a
weeks.
teacher anywhere in Florida, you got to go to Salt Sweet just to get decontaminated.
It's amazing. And what it does, for relaxation for adults, they've got the relaxation, a separate adult room with the lounge chairs and the recliners. But for the kids, I mean, you talk about preventative, and you don't want to do antibiotics, and you don't want to do a lot of these other things. And when you've got a sick kid, and we just had Jennifer from Sylvie Bell's on, you've got sick kids and they've chronic illness. If we can prevent some of it, we can't prevent all of it, but if we can prevent some of it by keeping their airways and their lungs open, what a remarkable thing that is. There's family packages.
What you saw on the news, they have a town that had an outbreak of measles, and the way they're now going to do to put away with this mess is they're telling all kids to not go out. So if you have the measles, you have to stay home. It was in the news this week.
People would just, get vaccinated.
Well, no, they are, but it's so highly contagious, right? Because a lot of kids were not vaccinated. And this,
It's a whole other political side of the vaccines.
What I want to do is I want to do a show from the Salt Sweets in Delray. That way I can say I've been there. And I want to go there, and I want to do a teacher show from there. Because if there's anybody who I think we should help are the teachers, right?
That's a
And
fact.
we can talk to
True.
Roots and Wings and bring 50 teachers in there and let them all get the command.
That's a nice word.
I made it up.
Jen.
Hey, listen, she had that
Let's
bone
go.
thing.
We're on round 2.
We are.
Is that what it is? Is that what you're doing?
We really should be on round 4.
So check out the Delray Salt Suite. It's on Federal Highway. Is it south of Linton? It is just south of Linton on the west side of the street. You can't miss it. Just head south and it's right there. Check
South
them out.
of Linton.
South of Linton.
Oh, he go with the direction things. Is it on the ocean side or on the dry side?
Dry side.
South of Linton. You're by the Pancake House?
It's right off
Yes.
of Lindell.
It's on Lindell.
Oh, Lindell. I know Lindell. I know Lindell. You're right off of Lindell?
Lindell and Federal.
Lindell and Federal.
Right down the corner in the Latitude Shopping
In the Latitude
You never
Shopping
been there? You
Center.
never go.
It's a
Okay.
2-story, it used to be yellow, I don't know if it still is, but a 2-story yellow building. It's kind of across the street from Marshall's, and there's a whole big strip mall on the east side.
Marshall.
Not Marshall's, but another big box thing over there.
You know
Or
Marshall.
Walmart, something. I don't get out much. I do a lot of online shopping. I buy a lot of things through the V card. I don't get out much. You know, that's the other thing. You can go home and literally buy everything through V Card Global.
Oh,
Yeah.
before you leave, because my host here, she's just like that. Come and take a heart.
Get your heart. We've got Jennifer Gutschmidt here with V-Card Global. V-Card has exploded in about the
Ladies,
month
you got
that we
your
haven't
hearts?
had Jen with us, so
You
we're
got
keeping
yours?
her here for the 2 hours
You have yours?
to talk about V-Card.
You got a
We have
heart?
Mike
Come
from Capstone IT. We're going to learn about technology. And of course, sorry Mike, here's the disclaimer. It is Women's Wednesday because we've got Fem City back in the house. So we're going a little off kilter. We brought in some male bonding for you, Freddie, on Women's Wednesday.
What is it with you? It's female, Fem City, but we can talk male stuff.
Absolutely. We're going to talk IT.
Don't we have the Guardians or something?
That's with Elite Foundation. That's for the Foundation Against Human Trafficking.
Well, there you
The
go.
Guardians of Hope.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm a guardian.
We're going to bring, they miss being with us, by the way.
Really?
They can't wait to get their next book out so we can bring all those authors on.
Well, there you go. We're going to dedicate on our V-Card, we're going to put Guardians of Hope.
The Guardians of Hope for Men. And we've got the 2 Michelles with us from Fem City. We got
Hello,
mommy
hello.
bloggers, and we got a lot going on, branding and moms.
How is blogging
Blogging is busy.
Is it?
Very busy.
A lot
yeah.
of stuff going on in the news
Yes.
and stuff with families and moms and all that.
It's constant. There's something in the news every day.
Every
but
day.
my blog is very hyper-local. So modernbocamom.com, it basically focuses on Boca Raton and the surrounding areas. So Palm Beach County, North Broward, and we cover topics for families ranging from the best place to take your child when they're, trying to be well, like the Salt Suite, all the way to, fun events on the weekend.
I like it.
She
I'm going to
does-
read her blog just for me.
You always like Michelle when she comes. Every time she comes, because Patty Goldenberg is on vacay. She's, I want to say
Singapore.
Shangri-La, but she's in Singapore. Shangri-La sounds like Singapore, right?
Weren't you just in Singapore?
No. Not.
What, you think I'm going to let her get that far away from us?
No.
She went somewhere in the...
She wasn't. You were traveling, though.
We were traveling, yeah.
She was traveling, and we have Michelle with True Self Branding.
Yes.
Tell us what you do.
I help people figure out their brands because today we are our own brand.
Amy's over there laughing.
Someone behind me waving their hands.
Amy.
So we're always trying to determine, we're all in business for ourselves and we need to have a brand, and you need a lot of confidence to discover that brand. So I help people with their confidence in their message and discovering that core brand.
Confidence before brand or brand before confidence?
Yes.
She sounds like you.
What do you bring, your sister?
That's a Freddie answer.
But that's a great question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
you
sometimes
need both at the same time.
that's right. At least I'll settle for that.
Give us a call at 888-565-1470. Join our conversation. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, all over social media, I hope, and VCard Global at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Let's get everyone to download their VCard right now, right? We may as well start.
Yeah, start
so,
now.
how are they going to do it, Jen?
So you're going to download your VCard, and the app is free. You don't need the app to download the card. You can have it, save it, love it. So you're going to go to your new text function, start a new text, and the 2, where you put the number, it's 80800, and in the message at the bottom, you write CAFE, C-A-F-E. You press send, and the Brooklyn Cafe card comes to you, and you can watch the show every day instead of like scrolling through your Facebook feed to try to find it. You know exactly where it is every single day, and that you will get a notification that Freddie and Dawn have gone live from 12 to 2.
And from that VCard, people can download their own. So you talk about branding, right? So not only do you get our VCard and all of the information of the Brooklyn Cafe TV, there's a link you can download your free VCard for your branding, your business, for your personal brand, whatever it is that you want to know and share out with people. If you don't have a business, I think everyone should just have their own VCard personally, right? Because when you want to share a phone number, what do? You pass your cell phone over. Oh, let me put my number in. All of that, you can just have the VCard, and it's free. You can upgrade to the $69 one for the year for a business and really grow that, or you can start with the free one and go from that.
And it's a blank platform. You're not getting a cookie cutter. So it's a blank platform. So the bottom line is, when you go into this platform, you're going to tell them what it is you want to produce and to brand. I mean, this is a wonderful tool for what you do because it allows them to be themselves. You know how many people I know have spent thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the business just to find out that it's the wrong business.
Look who's back for spring.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know, every time I turn around.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You a little tired?
No, I'm happy. That's why I got yellow
Those
today.
are happy flowers today.
My happy flower.
What do we call these?
Happy.
Happy. Happy flowers.
They're yellow.
You don't like
Yes.
yellow?
They do. Very powerful.
It's spring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Spring started last week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
March,
Did you know that?
March 20th, we jumped
Did you
into
block
spring.
that? Because I didn't read it.
Well,
I didn't read it.
everything. I've been planning for spring since December because when you have an editorial calendar, you have to plan ahead for all of your content for the seasons.
You know, that's a good point you just brought up because summer is coming. And what happens in Florida in the summer to the businesses? Everything
Very
shrinks,
quiet.
right?
Yes.
So shouldn't you be thinking since January about your summer plans and putting your business in a better perspective then?
You
Those are the
should.
ones that are going to survive. If you wait till summer's upon you and say, oh, summer's here.
I think this was a very strange season in South Florida. I thought last
think
year was
Florida's a
weird with the
strange
hurricane.
country.
I think this year's season
Right?
didn't even
Agreed.
exist.
Florida seems to be a very strange country. Very strange. They have things going on in this place that are just ridiculous.
You know what? I'm finding more and more restaurants going out, and I have to attribute it to all the food delivery services, right? Because it's so much easier, like shopping, the stores and
But
things
they're
are
still
going out of
buying,
business.
right?
they're buying it, but you don't have to go to the restaurant. So if you can streamline the food, right? Can you get a hamburger from a hamburger unless you're at an amazing place like Burger Stop? But all of the simple things that aren't in the big overhead, these huge restaurants, they're going out left and right. The huge stores are going out.
And then a whole bunch will come in behind them because everybody thinks that they recreated the hamburger.
It's really, business is
You ever
really
notice
hard.
that?
I don't know if it's like, I mean, you travel, Jen, a lot, and let's talk to Mike as well with IT and what's going on. Is it the same everywhere as it is in Florida? Because I'm telling you, Florida, someone said it's very transient, but there's a lot of businesses that have gone out here lately.
It is very different across the United States. So we have offices here in Florida and in Rochester, New York. And the business approach in both environments are very different. So down here, we're constantly talking about summer's coming up here, hurricane season. So down here, businesses are constantly thinking about, what's the hurricane, how's it going to affect the business, where's my data, how fast can I get back up? Up north, there's no hurricanes or tornadoes or anything like that, but we have wintertime where you have, your blizzards, and so they're thinking about what happens when the roads are so bad and they can't get in. So it's a very different process because of the different geographic areas, and the business environment in those geographic areas are typically different. And so talking about restaurants, the ones that typically are kind of falling off the wayside are not being innovative because, yes, I can pick up my phone right now, order something, wait 30 minutes, and it shows up. So I think the ones that are not adapting or having a hard time keeping in business.
Tell us that word. They're not innovative. That's exactly what it is, right? You have to constantly reinvent yourself, like you do with vCard. You're constantly adding more platforms and more code to give people more of the value, right? The restaurants as well, innovative.
What
would
is
you
that?
like one of the, have one?
No.
have a little taste, Karina. It's Jen's birthday present to everybody.
No, I don't drink.
Well, that's good.
I smelled it. I thought it was water.
It is water. It's water.
That's good because we're on radio. Tell us what Capstone IT is.
So we are a business that supports small and medium-sized businesses and organizations, nonprofits as well, with the technology needs. So related to computers, to security is a big thing they're talking about, to staying up, business continuity, disaster recovery. So we just help them related to anything technology related, and we bring that all together for them.
Well, I want to bring up a subject matter that has affected 3 of my hosts at NN. We have 1470. We had 3 hosts that had websites, and they got hacked, and they held their material for money.
Oh, ransomware.
Really?
Ransomware. Yeah, Steve will be one. And they demanded not that Steve, but the other Steve.
Okay.
$25,000 to get his stuff back. And in there was his whole life.
Absolutely.
And his business. It happened to the hospitals also, I heard.
Happened to the state of Virginia.
And there's no getting around it unless you back up your software. Is that true?
So it's I get to ask the question all the time: is what is the best thing I can do against these crypto infections, that they have ransomware? And my answer is always the same: it's good backups, because it's not a question of whether or not you're going to get these types of infections. They're going to happen. Over half the businesses out there have experienced some kind of security breach in some kind of way. So it's going to happen, so what are you doing to recover when it does happen? If you have good backups for your data, your website, whatever digital information you're trying to protect, you don't have to go and pay that ransomware. 1, the ransomware is very expensive, but 2, it's a long process. And if you think that cyber criminals have morals, they typically don't, so sometimes they will take your money and they still won't give your data back anyway. So we have seen that on a few occasions.
Well, if you back it up and someone comes in and they hack your information and they block it, can you then take your information to start a new website? Is that what typically people do? Instead of paying the ransom to get it back? And you still don't know if you're going to get it.
Yes, so that's one of those things where you have to make sure you have good backups. And not only that, but there's security around your backups, because now they're getting even more sophisticated and saying businesses are now being better about backing their data up, but if it's still on the same network, well, I'll just go and disable the backups, and then I'll infect them because I know they have to pay. So they're constantly being innovative in how they attack businesses.
Dual verification is what we do. We have the other two pieces of verification have to be done, and that second clock is always moving. It's never the same verification.
Yeah.
Very, very. The only problem is I forget.
And there you have it.
I forget what the stupid password is.
What's our phone number, Freddie?
888-565-1470 is written right there.
We're going to go to commercial break while Freddie remembers what his second password is. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And
welcome back to Women's Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, join our conversation, 888-565-1470, and say hi to, I don't think it's Joe because we're still playing music. Is it you, Joe? I think it's Blake. Blake, is that you?
There we go.
Blake, Joe. I don't know, just call and say hi. Nobody. It's nobody. It's Joe. Welcome back, Joe. We got a lot going on here. So we were talking about the security on websites, and that's a huge thing, not only on websites, but you see people on social media as well, right? Their sites, their pages. You look at foundations that are being hacked into, and you're held hostage because you're building this business, you're building your brand, right? And someone gets into the information, they start sending, we've had it as well. We've had people comment, and here we are having this midday show, and people are putting some nasty things on, right? And what do?
Well, you take them off.
Okay, it was a rhetorical question. Yes, I know physically what you do, but
Well,
we
you can't
have
stop
the
it.
technology means to do it. There are people that don't know how to get back in their system and stop the hack from going on. And really, you talk about building a business. You can have years and years of business, and this just takes it out instantaneously.
Can you do that?
What
Most of the
does Capstone do?
businesses, I think different statistics are out there, but they say 60-70% of small businesses that have a significant security breach of some kind go out of business within 18 months.
Oh my gosh.
That's a very real
That's a-
statistic. So you work
That's a
so
lot.
hard to build this business, then somebody comes in and infects your data, holds you ransom, and then you can't get that back. You're done.
Now, what does Capstone do?
So in those instances,
in general, what is Capstone?
General. So we're working with small to medium-sized business and organizations to help them with technology. So helping to leverage technology. So talking about V-Card and all these different things that you can use to better your business. Utilizing the right technology, whether it's in-house or cloud. Everyone's always asking these questions. And of course, the security around that. How do we make sure we're protecting our data, our systems, our employees? And so we kind of integrate all that together to produce a great service for our clients that they can be more competitive in their own fields.
And Jen, how are you working with Capstone?
So we are actually going to work with Capstone to help we're still talking with them to help maybe add another product for their clients to help have them in the digital field. And I tell people all the time, don't be Blockbuster, right? Because Blockbuster didn't ignore Netflix. So don't be Blockbuster. And if you're not in the digital space right now, you are doomed to be Blockbuster. It's happening. If you are still using paper business cards, you're going to be Blockbuster. And that's a fact. It's paper business cards are dead. It's done.
You're 100% correct. It's one of the things that I always said, streaming is streaming. I've been doing this longer than everybody.
Right.
But I'm not happy with it anymore because this platform, everybody with a phone thinks they can get it done. So you got to open up the platforms. You got to do radio. Now we're going to be doing television. That's the next deal. We're going to be doing commercials for people and everything else, which leads me back to the branding of all of this. Recreating the wheel. So security is important. You got to have something to secure.
Exactly. I think what we all forget is that there's an evolution going on. And business evolution is changing radically.
Exactly.
Just like you said, stores are going out of business and things like that. Good turn of the century. Everything always changes at the turn of the century. We're still in the beginning of the century. So there's a lot of evolution going on. And I think as long as you're staying open to the evolution and continue to grow, instead of blocking, which a lot of people do, oh no, I don't understand that, I don't want to learn that. You have to learn it, and you have to go forward. And that, having an IT department, I think we used to invest in filing cabinets and paper and copiers. Now you need to invest in an IT department.
You remember those days, huh?
That is
the Dewey Decimal System. Remember going to the library and actually going through the cards? Do you remember that?
Yes, that's way back.
We're way old.
No, I don't think it's old. I think it's experience. But that's a good point. Yeah. And you know something? When you think you got it right, think again, because it changes.
Every 3 months it changes. So you have to be prepared. Your phone updates, your emails update. Something's going to update and change. So you have to be open to that change, and you have to be willing to evolve. And that takes a lot of confidence to say, I'll figure it out. And I'll simply figure it out.
And time.
I was going to say, and a lot of times you're too close to your own brand.
Yes.
So you need to look outside your house because you might be too close to your own brand. And I always say, you can't just keep up with people. You have to innovate. You want people to chase you. Don't chase what's going on. Innovate. And that's why it's so important to have outside people to either protect what you're doing or to brand for you, because you're so close. It's your baby. And you don't kind of look at like, your baby's a little ugly, lady.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, right. You don't know what you don't know.
That's one of the biggest things, and you talk about evolution. It's a huge thing. Is everything's changing on a consistent basis. So, you can fear it, or you can embrace it and use that as an advantage within your business and organization.
Yeah. That's a good
so if you're not doing that, you're going to be the Blockbusters. If you're afraid of the the streaming service, you're going to go out of business, and it could be sooner than later.
Well, let's ask Jermina, because you are an at-home business, but you've got 10 employees, so it's not just you. And I'm very glad that you're back with us from Blossom Moments Flower, because I have really missed the smell of the fresh flowers on our set. They smell amazing. As we jump into spring, we've got yellow.
Yes.
Yellow.
And they're beautiful. Welcome back. You traveled as well. We missed you.
Yes.
I watered my orchids. I watered the red flowers. They're just
beautiful.
Don't quite have the same touch. I know.
How long has it been?
It's been a few months.
I can't even believe those are real, because they look like the first thing you brought them.
The orchids behind you are real. They've been here for a couple months, and there is no sunlight in this room. And that's the amazing thing. Maybe the white lights are keeping, but it's all I do is put a couple ice cubes in once a week. And we're good to go. It's really the perfect flower for me.
Now she's a perfect example of a small business. Well, not too small, because she's all over the place. And in my world, I'm not happy with just doing streaming. I mean, we do podcasting, we got the magazine, we got, and this every day I want to add a different layer, which exposes me when you have all these different layers to security breaches along the way. It could be anything, right? We have a lot of people that deal with the same material. You bring a very interesting aspect to the equation because you do it well. A lot of the things that we do, but we don't do a lot of them well. Like podcasting, we take off the show. I should have a dedicated podcast channel to do that. That's what I should be doing. And I've been told this. But I want to share a real quick story about not adapting to change. Over the weekend, I had to wait for a car to get a tire fixed for 3 hours. And Linda says, let's get a lift, let's get the other car, and we go do what we have to do. Well, Freddie don't take lifts. Freddie has never taken a lift in his life. True story. I said, no. She says, you're going to sit here for 3 hours? Yep.
Why?
Because I've never done it. And I felt uncomfortable doing it. Yes. And I get mad now because after I did it, the guy was a gentleman. He was there in 15 seconds. I guess they're like waiting for me. Right? I got there, I got everything done, got the car, everything was great. Then I got mad at myself because I didn't adapt to change. And this is what happens every day with business. You think you know it, you don't know it, but you won't go to the change because you hold on to those old school values. I'm going to wait. I'm going to macho up. I'm going to wait 3 hours. I'll wait for the car and I'll go get my car.
That's the thing. No one waits anymore. We are in the society. Forget instant gratification. It's like instant on steroids, right? We need the information now. We need our food now. We don't want to get dressed to go to dinner. We can do everything. And
you don't want to
Jermina,
get dressed to go to dinner?
wouldn't you just rather sit home and eat dinner? Like, why do I want to take an hour and a half and put on my makeup if I can order the same food in, watch Netflix,
excuse me,
and not go out?
Did she say an hour and a half?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously.
Really?
It takes a lot of time, so it's got to be well
Don't
worth
you
my
like-
effort to get dressed to go
Don't
out.
you like going out no matter what you look like?
Why?
What do you mean, why? You're just taking all the fun out of it.
It's part of her brand.
I was just going to say.
Thank you very much.
Michelle knows.
Michelle knows.
That's the thing. It's part of your brand. What you dress, what you say, what you wear, what your house looks like, that's part of your brand.
So it's an everyday thing.
It's every day. So unless I am my brand or gym clothes, like I can
That's
go
right.
from one extreme to the other. I'm either gym clothes working out or I have to be full brand.
But when do you put your brand? When you
You're being worried about not getting a finger in every pie. It's sort of like for social media when people say, "Oh, what's the best thing I should do?" It's like pick one and do it right.
Do it well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do it
100%.
right. And when you successfully feel like you accomplished one correctly, pick one next and do that one right.
And I need
Take a
to
slow
talk
step.
to you because I do 10 all at the
Two
same
things
time.
and they're all
no, I do 10 things.
wishy-washy, right?
No, it isn't.
No,
You
he
do them
actually
well.
gets them all done well.
We do them well, but in my world, well ain't good enough. I'm like Teach over here.
Well, do it well, but also do it where your audience is for your business.
Well, here's the
because-
thing. We go to BB&T on Saturday, right? We're at iPick on Thursday. You try and beat the new iPick Delray and BB&T Center in 1 week to find your next remote, right? To see where you're going next. You've raised the bar like we're going to the White House next because seriously, what do you do after the BB&T Center? I know Dolphin Stadium, it's not football season, so right, you got a couple months to figure that out.
But it works. And the bottom line here is it doesn't matter the effort that it takes to get there, is you got to do it. I mean, I wasn't alone. I had all these people. I actually put Ashley down in the pits of the BB&T. I felt so,
I know, she was
my
by
heart
herself.
broke. I said,
She
okay,
was
let's
so
get that
upset,
hell
Ashley.
out of here. I don't know how you drafted, what you get, the short straw? I mean, come on now.
But you know what? No one knows our sales packet better than Ashley. She wrote it. She created it. It's like no one knows V-Card and the code better than Jen, who writes the code.
Well, and I would say you have to, and I'm sure, Michelle, you know, you have to know your brand, believe in your brand, be full on into your brand. And I don't go out of the house without looking like
this.
done, because I am the brand.
And you'll run into the person that you don't want to run into every time. when
Every
you're not
time.
Every
fully
time.
put together.
That's
for
100% right. Every time. And that'll be the person that's like, you know, I wanted to book with you, but
So let me get this right. I shouldn't walk out with my
Without your hat.
SpongeBob slippers and on my underwear to go
You
get
should.
the
That would
newspaper.
kind of be your brand, though, because
I think that is your brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't care.
It works for you, Freddie.
That is your brand.
Yes.
I got a hat because somebody gave me a gift. Now it's
That's-
become
it's
ridiculous.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, but do you know my cardiologist after 3 years talks to me now because of the stupid hat?
Yeah, but it's your brand now.
It's your brand.
It's my brand.
That's right.
I gotta secure my brand. Secure my hat.
We're gonna put your name on
You
it.
wear hat at home?
You know what happened to me is
No.
I always say, people say, how you doing? I've always said ducky. And then we started this campaign saying,
Ducky.
are you a sitting duck? And well, you know, with cybersecurity and everything,
smart.
so it just kind of happened out of...
Are you from Boston?
No,
They
I'm
say
from
ducky
Rochester,
almost
New
like
York,
that.
and I just heard an
My
old timer
favorite
one
color.
time say ducky, and I just loved it.
Ducky.
So I just took it on. I hope it means I'm doing good, because that's how I've been using it.
Yeah, it does.
I hope I'm not using it wrong, but...
So branding could be ducky, right? You gotta find something for the brand.
Well, let's ask Jermina, what is your brand besides the most beautiful flowers and you? You are your brand, because people can get flowers anywhere, but they can't get them from Blossom Moments Floral.
What is the brand?
What is your brand?
I'm the brand.
You are.
I am.
But
But
how do
I
we-
don't like spend an hour and a half
But that's,
getting
but
beautified.
you do beautiful. But you spend an hour and a half doing arrangements, right?
Yes.
So you do spend your time on your brand,
Yes.
which is the flowers.
Yeah.
But the business brand, not the personal brand, is what I'm looking for here. How do I remember Blossom Moments, which is a great name, but now you remember Carvel ice cream? Fuzzy the Whale? Was that what
No.
Fudgy.
Fuzzy, fudgy, whatever. That's right. Fudgy the Whale. Remember Fudgy the Whale?
Fuzzy the Whale. Who would eat that?
Fuzzy, fudgy,
But you eat
Carvel.
fuzzy, but it's like
they
eating
had
mold.
a really good jingle. The
Do
Fudgy
you
the
know
Whale
that was
jingle.
voted the worst commercial ever made?
Really?
And it was the most
They had-
popular.
Remember that.
Anyway, what about
They
Where's
had
the
a
Beef?
commercial?
Where's the beef?
Yeah.
Hamburgers? Remember that?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I fall and I still can't get up. And it's still running that now.
Fuzzy the Whale. You got me thinking of like the Muppets. The Muppets meet Carvel ice cream.
But the object of the game is a brand, a business brand.
Right,
Is what
so
we're looking
For
for.
her brand, it depends on what her logo is, how she promotes it. If it's moments, maybe there's some play on words with a clock or something like that. So it depends on how she utilizes her name or what the hook is. What the hook is.
Right.
for
So
her
it's
brand.
like flowers have personality or something, something that people can remember. So Blossom Moments is a great brand. But Blossom Moments is the name of the business. You have to have something catchy.
Catchy.
And the more the catchy, and then from there it grows, right? I mean, you don't just sit on a name, then you keep growing. I mean, people, the Brooklyn Cafe, we picked that because people think it's a diner. People come in here looking for a sandwich.
The Brooklyn Cafe happened by happenstance. It wasn't even like a planned name.
Happenstance.
Yes.
All right, pick up. That's a great one. That's a
You want
great
a
one.
double? Happenstance.
That is fantastic.
Do you like that word?
I do. I think this is why I find what you do so remarkable. Because you put things into words.
Thank you.
Right? And you describe things differently from anybody else. And I think that the biggest sale in business is, it's like an attorney, is how you pronounce and how you put the words out that make sense to people at all.
But that's her brand.
Yeah, and I'm targeting a very specific audience. So I know what my audience, how they learn, what they want to hear, what they want to know about. I'm not trying to write for every person in Florida. I'm really targeting the Palm Beach County parent. So they're interested in certain things. They're interested in schools and swim lessons. I'm not off writing about where's the beef. It's really focused to my audience. So that's.
But you can write for a newspaper because there are
And
things.
I do, yeah.
There are things that I see and I read. I wasn't looking for it, but I'm like a sponge, and all of a sudden, the source to me means a lot. It's like when Genji talks to me about different aspects, and we get on Twitch. Is that the right name?
Yes.
Twitch, yes.
Because
He calls it Twit.
Twitter.
No.
I get
Oh,
on
is that
Twitch.
what you do? You combine the two?
No, Twitch is a platform.
No, I mean in your mind.
I don't know. My mind is crazy.
You combine Twitter and Twitch, you get Twit.
Don't confuse me. So we go to Twitch.
Right.
You didn't tell me on Twitch that they're able to cut segments of our show.
They do.
People. It doesn't matter who it is. And they're able to use it for their own sake. So one guy wrote, he took me saying something silly, and he says, this is the most ridiculous hat you ever heard. That's what he wrote.
Right.
And he put it on. He had like 10,000 followers.
Doesn't matter because, right, so they say you need to be present. So it does not matter because now people know who you are.
Do you remember the movie The Jerk?
Yes. I lived that life every
The
day.
new phone books here, the new
Right.
phone books here. This is the kind of publicity.
I'm in the phone book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the new kind of publicity. Jesse Smollett. You all know his name now,
Yes.
Right.
whether he's good, bad, or whatever.
Right.
So it's about the publicity.
Well, Kathy Griffin too, right? She's back now, and she says, you know what? I guess there is a thing about bad publicity. Your ex-partner told me
Publicity is
that.
publicity.
But Michelle brought up a really good point: the avatar, who you're writing for, and you need to find your tribe, and you can't be everybody's piece of sliced
You'll
bread.
never be successful trying to make
you
everybody
gotta
happy.
pick out what your tribe is, and you feed that tribe, and you tell that tribe, and you work to that tribe, and those are your people.
Oh, I'm
And
lost in the desert.
Everybody, like, some people like pistachio ice cream, some like salted caramel, some like, you're not going to be of everyone's flavor. Obviously, this guy doesn't like your flavor. So
I'm lost in the desert because after we did the BB&T, all of a sudden I get all these people who asked me to join their groups on Facebook.
Just join them.
They don't want me to put the show anymore, and
Which is why everyone needs the V card.
Yeah.
Because you can now watch our show from our V card, from V Card Global.
No, but
you
I
can
got
watch
into
our
a
show.
conversation with one of the people. Says you invited me, and I send her the invite. You know what the cafe is about. If you don't want me on the show, okay, no harm, no foul. But I'm just trying to understand why. So I deleted, and I spent more time deleting groups this weekend.
Because people have to understand their brand. I think everyone has a brand, whether, like I said before, whether you're a business, a teacher, whatever you are your brand. It's like I always said in the beginning, your name is your reputation. All you have is your name and your integrity as a person, right? And that becomes your brand. And as the two Michelles, your blog and your true branding, and Mike, Jermina the Flowers, Jen G, the face of V-Card. These are the brands. You can't be with your hat. Everyone knows who you are. When you're not present, the show is different.
Okay, then you
it
know
goes
something?
on, but it's different.
I don't want to go down that road. I want to go down this road. If you have a business, right? You have ingredients in here to promote your business. What I don't understand is you're watching. I got 60, 70, 80,000 watching. I don't understand how you can come to me and say, well, I don't know if that's going to work for me. I mean, what are you doing? You have a business, bring it.
Well, perfect example. You wouldn't call Lyft.
No, I wouldn't, but I
you're
will now.
you're the same as everybody else.
You knew what it was.
I got it. That's right. I knew what Lyft was. I just wasn't going to do old. I was old school, but I know I got the Lyft. I got the Lyft.
But it's the same conversation. It's the old school. You think you can do it with paper and pen and your computer.
Word of mouth.
But you can't.
You can't.
Get
It's
bogged
bigger.
down with people who like you or don't like you. If somebody doesn't want it, they don't
They
want
don't
it.
want it, no.
Next.
She sounds
Move
like
on.
you. Are you
Yeah.
like share a brain with this one? Seriously.
That's 100% right. People either want to do it or they don't want
They
to do it. And
don't.
it brings me back to my loser pile of cards. I have
Which
my
is getting
loser
bigger.
cards. Yeah. But either they want to do it or they don't. Either you want to protect your company and your brand and your data, or you don't. Either you want to make your house beautiful or you don't. Either you want to learn what's going on in, Florida so you can bring your children to, or you don't. Or you want to be branded right, or you don't. But I find there are so many people that just like, oh, nope, I'm just going to stay in this little box, and this is what I know, and I feel comfortable. And so few people want to step out of their comfort zone and be told, you know what, I think you maybe need to do this a little better. So they have Michelle say, I've seen it, and I think perhaps what we can do is tweak this to make you more successful.
Because I think
And people are afraid of that.
They don't want to. They don't want to think that they don't know everything.
Yeah.
And one of the most
That's where
dangerous
the
things
tribe
you can
comes
hear.
in,
Right.
like Fem City.
Hold that thought. Let's go to a quick commercial break. 888-565-1470. Sorry, Joe, for the delay. We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29. as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv. Or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Hi there, I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker at the Center for Authentic Living.
And I am Dr. Jill Schwartzberg, licensed psychologist at the Center for Authentic Living.
We are holistic mental health practitioners providing a variety of treatment modalities to help you.
We offer individual therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, as well as numerous groups and workshops.
Don't forget to contact us at 561-265-5738.
Or visit us at www.centerforauthenticliving.com.
Don't forget to be mindful and breathe.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And
we're back.
Dawn DeMarco says, step out of the box.
You go, girl.
Talk about innovative is Dawn DeMarco, right? Who brings a fundraiser to the Bright Line train on May 1st, other than Dawn DeMarco?
Oh, yes, we're going to be on the Bright Line train.
Talk about being being innovative. Right? You can sit at a restaurant. We can take her to iPick, but we're doing the iPick. We're doing the Bright Line on May 1st, so all that information is going to come out.
And we have to figure out how to film it.
So you want to brand Jermina a different, not change Blossom Moments Floral. What do you want to do?
I want to brand it. I want to get one. That's the brand. The brand.
A little mini branding course, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
There's a lot to consider when you'd have to find out about who the customers are, what direction she wants to go, different things like that. So there's a lot to discover about a company when you're deciding its brand and how to move forward and what the best next steps are. My comment was, is her name Blossom by any chance?
It's close though. It's Jermina, right? You think about germinate and flowers and
share. They'd like pick a new name and use that as a business name.
Madonna.
I love my name. Your name.
Just use it as a business name.
But if you want the most beautiful flowers, and you want Jermina to deliver them to you, every week she brings flowers to our set. You don't even have to do every week. The orchids behind us have been here for 2 months. So talk about an investment in your business, right? If you have a brick and mortar location and you just want to bring beauty all the time, contact Jermina, 561-951-6343, blossommomentsfloral.net. And she always comes with a smile, so you know what? That's a beautiful thing. I love Wednesdays.
Yesterday, I missed yesterday's show because I had to do something at home, but I came in on the VMix.
Foursquare.
So all of a sudden, 4 o'clock. So all of a sudden, Dawn's talking about the doghouse piece. Do you know that more people talk to me about the flowers for the guys, my friends, who are in the doghouse, They talk to me all about that.
3 people texted us yesterday
Yeah.
that if you're buying Dawn flowers, you need to buy me flowers. And the other guest says, and don't forget me. And the other says, don't
Chris
forget
and
me.
Jane, I have to buy
And they
the
all want the doghouse flowers
The
because you
doghouse
weren't here
flower.
for any of those
I
people
have
yesterday.
to make the doghouse.
We have to do a
She
doghouse.
needs the doghouse.
Now, this is a thing that I came up with because you get flowers when you have a fight with the person you live or are married to, or a girlfriend or whatever, right? So I came up with a doghouse flower deal. So every time they're season, they do the woof woof. Like I think I go to Georgia.
That's your brand.
There's the brand.
That's your brand.
There you go.
Get out of the doghouse, Freddie.
You're gonna have to patent that. You're gonna have to bring down the but there you go. And again, you have your V card?
Yes, I do. I have to download the app. I did put the information that I need to put in there.
Well, we need to talk about how
And
to
then you
use
create your short code, and her short code could be
That's
Blossom.
what I was asking her.
So Jen will
How
help
do
you
I
with
use
that.
it?
Make it something a Hispanic could write. Blossom. B-L-O-S.
But Hispanic, aren't you American?
How do you say blossom
Don't you
in
speak English?
Spanish?
I don't know how to spell.
That's all right. VCard Global, the SMS is translatable, so you can pick any language. You know,
You wanna-
7. We have 7 different languages.
Wanna
You
put
can
it in
translate.
Spanish? You want flower better?
Daisy
Yeah.
or,
Wow.
I don't know,
Yeah,
ask the
so-
brander. Something simple. Not Blossom, because I can't spell that. B-L-O-S-S-U-M, is that what it is?
S-S-O-M.
There you go. You see, and I will never find you.
That's hilarious. Blossom. It's like U-M. Jen, help me out here. Jody, help us out here. Just saying. Mike, who is your ideal client for Capstone IT?
Well, you're talking about branding and knowing what your target is. It's small to medium-sized businesses and organizations. So we've all made the mistake of trying to go outside of your expertise, and so we really try to find clients that are about the 5 to 10 users. They're starting out in business. They're not just starting out, but they've kind of something to protect. We have clients that have 200-300 users. And so that's kind of, and they really depend upon that technology. So that's a great client fit for us.
How can they find you?
So website, obviously, www.capstoneitinc.com. It's a great place to start learning about us. And then, of course, in terms of marketing, we're constantly out there doing speaking engagements. That's where we met, different events, being seen.
So it's capstoneit.com?
Capstoneitinc.com. INC.
And it doesn't have, in the technology world, you don't even have to be local in Florida. It can be anywhere.
Anywhere in the country.
You can be, but there's certain things that still require on-site. So, if you're troubleshooting on-site or installing new equipment, what have you.
Do you do that as well?
We do that. We do
Okay.
everything related to that. But the reality is now with more cloud and those types of technologies, it's becoming less and less dependent. So you're seeing a lot of businesses related to IT start to outgrow just this little tiny area. They're now expanding.
Think
So
how crazy it is. So we're actually marketing and paying for air, right? People laughed about water, right? We paying for water. We now pay for air. We pay for a cloud. We pay for the security of information that is, we don't even know where it is. It's just out
It's
there
in the cloud.
it's really tough to talk to somebody about that, too.
It's the opportunity to work with anyone, anywhere. You can work with people overseas. You can work with people in different time zones. It really gives you the opportunity where before you used to have a brick and mortar store. If you couldn't open it with electric and insurance and everything else, you couldn't have a business. Now, all you need is your phone.
Well,
and you
I got
can
a
have
question
business.
about that. You ever notice that people for $3 a visit will go and get somebody from Thailand or another country, outside country, who barely speak any English, right? And then you wonder why your website doesn't work.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. I don't understand the logic to this thing. I saw a friend of mine go through this, and I'm looking at her. I said, really? She says, yes, they don't seem to understand. I don't even understand you. The guy on the other end doesn't
You
understand
can't spell blossom, so go with that one.
Well, he couldn't spell it either.
I love blossom. Michelle, True Branding, how do we find you?
TrueSelfBranding.com.
And you work with businesses and people in general?
Mostly it's third act people, which are women of a certain age who are restarting. Either they've been in corporate for 20, 30 years and have decided, I want my own business. Maybe they've been a mom and they've decided to go
Really?
back into.
That's the third act, not the second.
You call that third act?
Well, my age group, it's the third act. So, but it's
I
mostly
missed the
people who are
second.
restarting themselves in some way, getting out of corporate.
So that's really our
or getting out of
demographic.
I'm a third act, baby.
I was thinking we were the second act.
Okay, second act.
No,
Third, I
No,
said
third act.
And then a sprinkling of guys, but mostly I work with a lot of women.
Sprinkling of guys.
And Michelle Rogers, how do we find your mom blog?
Okay, well, you can find my mom blog at modernbocamom.com, and then you can also find information about FemCity, which is the organization that we originally came on for today.
Yes.
At femcity.com. We have some really great events coming up in Boca and Del Rey. If you are local, April 26th, we have a women's networking lunch at Mariposa in Neiman Marcus.
La Mariposa.
Mariposa.
And then we also have another social event coming up on May 8th at Organic Movements. We're going to be doing an exercise class called Pound and Pour. Have some champagne afterwards.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Pound?
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm in for
Pound?
champagne.
Pound? What's pound?
It's a drumstick workout class
Really?
where you have
I heard
these
it's
things-
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
you
in.
have these rip sticks. They're about a quarter pound each. They're bright green, and you do 45 minutes of cardio movement, basically with the drumsticks. You get rid of all that stress. You bang things on the ground. You hit your sticks together. It's really, really
I'll
fun.
go to that.
We got to check that out. Jermina,
I
how can
will.
people find you in Blossom Moments Floral?
561-951-6343 or bmgevent.net.
And her smile comes
Thank
with the
you.
flowers, so it's an added bonus.
And if you want to join FemCity, how do you join?
Join at femcity.com. There is a 30-day trial, so you can check out the organization and come to one of our events. And then after the 30 days are up, there is a business membership where they have a yearly fee that you can pay. But it's a great organization. The chapter that we're with is the Boca del Rey chapter, and they also have chapters in Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and it's a national organization. But come join us. We're great people.
Actually, I got hooked because of their branding. Their branding is so beautiful that I had to find out more about that networking group.
Incredible.
They do a great job.
And Jen, how can people download your V-card?
Oh, so go to your text function, create a new text. The number in the to box is 80800, and the message is JENNG, and just press send, and you can text me, call me, follow me, whatever.
So much information. It's kind of Tech Wednesday. I don't know what it was, Women's Wednesday. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Internationally patented, Pure Wave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices, which can cause chronic disease. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave now at 561-965-7777. PureWaveNow.com.
The Heart of Del Rey Gallery, located in the Del Rey Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Del Rey Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Del Rey Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Del Rey Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the last from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.